What's up, folks, and welcome to another exciting adventure with Family Harmony. In this episode, we're going to be booking a family cruise vacation. So come along for the ride and we'll show you tips and tricks and things that we did as a family of 3 while booking our family cruise vacation on a budget. In this episode, we're going to be discussing how we plan, book, and budget for a family cruise vacation. Also, I'm going to have the timestamps here on things that you can fast forward to that may be important to you on the topics that we're going to discuss. First thing that we do is we decide on our available dates of travel and our own personal budget. And we're going to look 8 months to a year out. And generally, we're going to go around school breaks and Harmony sports schedules. We're going to budget for our travel to and from the port, and also our lodging the night before the cruise. Another budget consideration is whether or not you're flying, or if you're going to drive to the port of embarkation. And we always choose to drive, that's just our personal preference. Although no matter which mode of transportation you choose, we recommend that you budget for a hotel and arrive the day before your cruise. As for us, the peace of mind that comes with arriving a day before the cruise starts is well worth the price of a hotel. Also, we'll look for some nice dining venues in the area of the port. And if we're fortunate enough to arrive early, we can also enjoy some of the attractions of the port city. So now at this point in the process, we've made the decision. We are going on a family cruise vacation. We've also selected our time of travel as October of 2023 during Harmony's fall break. So now it's on to the fun stuff. We get to actually start looking at cruises online. Now at this point, you want to check a cruise travel agency website. There are several out there. They're all over the internet. But we use vacationstogo.com. Now, they're not a paid sponsor, that's just who we use. We've used them for several years, and we found that their website is very informative and easy to navigate. So we're going to show you how we navigate our way around the vacationstogo.com website and how user-friendly it really is. Also, they gave us written permission to use screenshots from their website, so we thought that was very kind of them as well. Now on the main start page, you also want to check the bottom left-hand corner for any other additional discounts that you may qualify for. Above that is where we enter our search criteria, the months of travel and our region that we want to travel in. We'll put October 23 and Caribbean, and we'll also check the button at the bottom that is to return to the same port. Now they do have a lot of other options that you can put into your search criteria, but we choose to keep the options open by only putting in the months of our travel and the area or region that we want to travel in, this case being the Caribbean, so that we can see the most cruises that are sailing during the time that we want to travel. After that, and those are highlighted, it's time to show me the deals and hit that button right there. Now the next page that comes up is every single cruise that matches our search criteria. And we're going to start off with the cruises that match our dates of travel. And we're going to check and make sure that they are 7 days or longer. That's what we prefer. And then we're going to look at the prices and try to find the cheapest rates on the cruises that are available. Once we find one we're interested in, we just click on the fast deal number there, and it'll bring up the cruise that corresponds with that fast deal. Next thing we're going to do is look down at the ports of call to see if they have at least one port that we've never been to, or ports that we've loved in the past. Next, we're going to look at the price of each cabin category. We generally like to have a window or a balcony, and we keep in mind that the prices are per person based on double occupancy. Of course, if you're a solo traveler, you just hit the singles button and it'll give you your prices. Even after finding a cruise that I think we'll enjoy, I still continue to go back and look at all the cruises that match our search criteria and print out 3 or more that I believe our family would be interested in. Now it's time to get the family involved. We go over all the cruises that I've printed out that match our search criteria. We talk about all the different ports, the different cruise lines, and the ones that may offer 12 and under that sail free or 3rd and 4th person sail free. And we price comparison shop, as well as look at the different ports, onboard credits, and different types of packages that may be offered on each cruise line as well. I'm also going to call and talk to our travel agent Brandon at Vacations to Go with any questions that we may have. Now, Vacations to Go has a whole staff of travel agents who are very knowledgeable and helpful, and they've always been quick to return our calls and very patient when answering questions that we have about particular cruises. So once you get it all narrowed down and figured out which one you want to take, as we have, it's time to book your cruise. And booking our cruise is a simple process. It's just as easy as making a phone call to that 1-800 number. We're going to talk to Brandon, we're going to pay our required deposits, and we're going to pay for our travel insurance in full, as we never take a cruise without purchasing the travel insurance. There are just too many things that can go wrong in the world today that the peace of mind of having that travel insurance is well worth the minimal cost that it is. And since we do drive to our cruise, we like to make sure that our travel insurance covers us from the time we leave our front porch until we arrive safely back at home after our cruise. So in our opinion, the travel insurance is extremely important and should be a budget consideration on every single time we take a cruise. Now that our vacation is booked, our next step is we're going to start looking at hotels in the port area. And because we drive, we're going to be looking for hotels that offer the stay, park, and cruise package. Now this package will normally include 1 night of lodging, either the night before or after your cruise, parking for the duration of your cruise, and transportation to and from the cruise terminal. We've found this package to be a great value every time we've gone on a cruise. Now the next thing that I like to do is put all of my paperwork and travel documents in order. And I'll use a 3-ring binder, plastic sleeves, a pencil bag, and an ink pen. And I'm going to show you how I set up my travel folder. I found by having this booklet together and in order, it's made check-in a breeze. First, in the very front is where I'll put the pencil bag, and it's got 2 zippered pockets. The next step is we put all the paperwork in the order that we're going to use them. If you're going to fly, that will be first, but ours is going to be a hotel reservation. Then the next section, we will put our cruise confirmation paperwork. And then at the very end of our folder is where we always put our travel insurance policy. And it's going to be about 40 pages to print out and has each individual section separated. Now at the very front, if you look at the pencil bag, it's where we're able to put our passports in. They will all 3 fit safely and securely inside the pencil bag and can zip closed. Now the second pocket's where I put my ink pen just to take notes when I need it, and that pocket's sealed so we don't have to worry about leakage onto our passports. Now we've used this booklet since our second cruise, and it's made everything so organized and so easy to get to, and has made check-in and going through customs a really easy process. And I carry this booklet separately. It doesn't go into any of our baggage. We also make sure that only one person maintains control of our folder.
Can I see the book? It's just so pretty and white.
Another advantage to having our passports in the pencil bag is that we're able to remove the pencil bag from the book, place it in our beach bag or any bag that we're carrying ashore so that we always have our passports with us anytime that we leave the ship. And they're all together and very easy to access. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to research excursions, ports of call, and our ship. Now while we do dream about paying for the ship-sponsored excursions, That's not something that we generally do. We usually like to experience the ports on our own, and we will research the ports with Google Earth or Google Maps, and it allows us to see what's next to the port within walking distance of the ship. The next thing that I do is I like to learn about the ship itself and start learning my way around. And that's an easy process. I just go to the Vacations to Go website and click on the ship name on our selected cruise. And it'll bring up all the amenities and facts about the ship. You should click on the deck plans and it brings up all the deck plans that are on the ship. And I'll go deck by deck, find out where our room is in conjunction with the elevators. And I'll also look at the amenities of the ship and where they're located. And I'll virtually walk around the ship at least once a week prior to our cruise. And when we're booking 8 months to a year out, that's a long time to learn my way around the ship. Also, because Harmony likes to experience the kids club activities, we want to find out exactly where it's at on the ship, as we generally check her into the kids club immediately after boarding. We also want to know where the main theater is, the buffet and all the dining venues, as well as some of the clubs and activity areas that we're going to be interested in as well, and the main dining room. Also, we found that YouTube is a valuable research tool to use. We just simply go to YouTube and we'll type in the name of the ship or the ports, and then go down and watch videos of people that have traveled on the cruise ship in the past or have gone to the ports in the past, and then watch their videos as well to see what their take was on the particular cruises that we're looking at. Also, I'm going to research the ports of call that our particular cruise is going to. I want to see what types of things and activities there are to do ashore. I truly enjoy researching the ships and the ports and finding our way around. Also, researching the ports and finding out the points of interest of the ports and some of the things that there are to do and see around the port areas or of those particular islands that we're traveling to. Also, when we budget and book 8 months to a year out before our cruise, it allows us to pay a small deposit at booking and then pay as we can until our cruise is paid for. And so that by the time we do arrive to our cruise, the cruise is completely paid for. We have no debt as far as the cruise is concerned, with the exception of the onboard gratuities that are automatically billed to your account, which is something that you need to look for as well and find out how much each ship and each cruise line charges for onboard gratuities. Also, the travel folder that I set up for our travel is a very important piece of our process, and it makes check-in so easy. It makes everything so organized, and when you get to the port to check into your ship or to the hotel to check in, or if you're flying, when you get to the airport to check into for your flight, everything is so organized and in order, and it has made our travel such a pleasant experience. Purchasing the travel insurance is very vital. There are some very expensive things that can happen if you don't purchase the travel insurance that aren't going to be covered. Say, for example, if you have an accident on your way to your cruise. With the crew travel insurance, the cruise is actually paid for. So we can get refunded the amount that we spent on the cruise. Also, a lot of the medical things would be covered, as well as if we have to be medevaced by a helicopter from the cruise ship. That can be $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 just in one jump. So the price of the cruise insurance is really a small price to pay to cover you for some of these events that can happen. Also, research the hotels in the port cities. We do like to arrive a day before our cruise. Staying in the port cities and using the park, stay, and cruise package has been a very valuable resource that we've used, and we've enjoyed that benefit every single time that we've gone on a cruise. Now, as far as using vacationstogo.com, that has been a travel agency that we have used for several years in the past. Every single time that we've gone on a cruise, we have used vacationstogo.com. All of their travel counselors have been very helpful and very knowledgeable about the cruises that we want to sail on. Also, want to make sure that we talk to our travel counselor about possible promotions that may not be advertised, because sometimes the cruise lines will not advertise particular packages that are available. Now, looking at cruises 8 months to a year out is a long time away. It's been our finding that cruise discounts are generally the deepest when you're way far out or you're really, really close to the cruise. Generally, when they post the cruises, you're going to get the deepest discounts as they're trying to see how many people they can get on the ship. And within 90 days of the cruise, they'll post some deeper discounts as well to try to fill the ship if it's not already full. Now again, Vacations to Go is not a paid sponsor. That's just a cruise travel agency that we use. And we've had very good experience with them in the past. And just like anybody would, when you have a good experience with a company, you're going to recommend to your friends to use the service or business. And that's what we're doing here. We've had very good experiences with vacationstogo.com, and we will recommend them to all of our friends and family. So if you happen to use vacationstogo.com because you saw them on this video, please let them know that you saw them here. Not that we're going to get any kickback from that, but I think as a travel agent, if it was me, I would want to know where I was getting recommended and requested from. Hopefully these tips are helpful to you and your family in creating your own family travel cruise experiences. And if you find these tips helpful to you and your family, or if you have any tips that you would like to recommend, please use the comments section below. Until next time, dream big, work hard, and cruise through life with family harmony.